Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to Fox Thoughts. My name is Fox Arie, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about external and internal drives in gaming. Now, what does that mean exactly? I'll get to it just a little bit. First, I want to talk about my inspiration for this episode as a whole. So, let's just diggity dig right in. So, I was watching this video because I like to watch videos or cartoons or just whatever while I'm eating, like a lot of the populace likes to do nowadays. That's just a normal thing that a lot of people do because we don't want to sit in silence and let our thoughts control our every waking moments. And anyway, existentialism aside, I was watching this video by the YouTube channel Afterthoughts. It was called "We Must Talk About the Green Gloop." It's about Tears of the Kingdom and how this person does not like the green gloop in the game. If you don't know anything about that, do not worry. That is not important at all. But what is important is the conversation of external and internal drives in gaming. And this video really opened my eyes and mind to that whole conversation and just thought process of it all. I have been having the hardest time in my entire life as a video gamer extraordinaire, trying to figure out how do I explain to people that I love games that are very dedicated and very goal based. Slightly linear, but also still just really fun and just a good time. And that I don't like games like Minecraft or Gmod. It's just the sort of idea of I could do anything at any time isn't appealing to me. Well, that's where the specific terms external and internally drived comes in. So let's define them now. Externally drived, in terms of video games, means that the game is telling you the goals or what to do. Let's keep it really simple. Let's say you're playing a 3D platformer like Mario. Obviously, your goal is to collect some sort of collectible, maybe one or many or whatever for a level to get the Power Star or Shine Sprite or whatever. Your goal, the game is telling you, is to do the thing. Go jump around and complete the tasks within the level, and then you'll reach the end, and then you'll move on to your next objective until the end of the game. Of course, unless there's end game content, so on and so forth, until the end of time. That is what externally driven video games specifically mean. And for internally driven, it's the opposite. You're placed in a game world, and you, the player, has the drive, has the interest to do things in that game world on your own. There's no maybe specific goal, or maybe the game nudges you a little bit, but it doesn't really say, hey, you must do this to continue the story or for things to keep happening. The game just plops you right in, then you just do whatever you please and you have fun from doing things that you enjoy, whether it's funny, whether it's creative expression, really anything of that caliber. And my, sorry, me and myself, I don't like that. And I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying it's bad. I adore the fact that there are games that let people express themselves creatively in any way, shape, or form. Of course, Minecraft is the big one. Tears of the Kingdom, to bring it around back to that, also kind of lets you do that in a more sillier DIY sort of way. But, I'm sure you yourself, if you enjoy video games, you can probably think of another game besides those two big semi-modern examples. Minecraft is not really that modern. Whatever. I don't want to feel old right now. You get the idea. There's games out there that feed upon the internal drive of gamers or players, whatever you want to call these people, these freaks with the controllers or keyboards in hand. And it's great, and I'm really happy for it. But I personally never understood the appeal. When I play games, I do like a bit of challenge. I like some action. I like some things going on. Maybe a gripping story. Just things to go around. Maybe break. Maybe save people. I don't really look for anything super specific more often than that. I just like fun mechanics and a rich world in terms of graphics and potentially story. Maybe if that's what it has to offer. But the main thing that I look for is having clear cut obstacles and having to overcome them. Now, this does not mean that I want the game to hold my hand and be like, okay, booby poopkins, it's time for you to hit the goal. Oh, come on, it's right there. You're gonna go here, right there. I don't like that either. I really don't like when the game ultra holds my hand throughout the entire thing and is like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, and it's like, no, don't do that. Just tell me what I need to do. Maybe if it's a little convoluted, maybe give some hints or, some points on a map if it's like a semi open world or whole just straight up open world game. That is good enough. I like it when the game nudges me or tells me to do something, but also leaves it up to me, the player, to do it. That has always been my bread and butter. Mostly because I grew up with the new Super Mario Brothers games. They're just Mario games, Kirby as well. Definitely those type of Nintendo iconic superstars. But that is just how I enjoy and relax and just be entertained by games. And I feel sad and I felt bad throughout my life over the fact that I can't just enjoy messing around with mechanics and just sticking things together and seeing them work in Gmod, for example. That's also one that I mentioned earlier too. For in terms of the internal aspect, I just don't have that kind of drive, and I love it when my friends are having fun. Maybe I'll be in a call with my friends and they're playing Gmod or some other game such as sorts that lets them just do whatever they want. Just mess around. Just put this here, plunk that there. Bada bing, bada boom. You created the ultimate fuck throne, some bullshit like that. But at the end of the day, I can still appreciate them, and I really do. And I really hope this helps you, the person listening, wow, to understand the difference, to understand kind of why people prefer one over the other, and that it's okay for people not to like both. And of course, there will always be people that do like both. I know friends that love both of those things. A majority of my friends that enjoy those internally driven games also like externally driven games as well. It's just that correlation isn't causation, borrelation, ballation. I'm just saying words at this point. The bottom line is, just because one puzzle piece fits into a slot doesn't mean it'll go the other way all the time. Or maybe it will if the puzzle is really badly designed. In that case, you should be buying better puzzles, idiot. I'm going to wrap this up here. I just wanted to quickly come on the mic and spit this because it's just on my mind and I find it so fascinating. So do what you want with this knowledge. Or not. I'm not your mama. Go have fun. Go live out there. Go enjoy your dreams. Although I will just drop this in here and say from the time I'm recording this, it is early spring of 2024. And it seems to be a very slow year for big budget games, but I'm still really enjoying going through my backlog and everything. And hey, I just enjoy video games no matter what. And sometimes, I do enjoy a little bit, just a little bit of an internally driven game session with friends. Not for too long, not for like hours on end. That will never be a thing that, perpetually gives me entertainment. But, I will try to be more open about being silly and playing around because different types of play or different types of genres, just to kind of throw into the mix really helps you enjoy games. That's also another thing I wanted to just talk about just real quick for a little smidgen. If you ever find yourself getting bored of video games, maybe try out a different genre that you never really tried before, or maybe a specific game that is highlighted as one of the best or just really, really good for what it's trying to do that you don't know a lot about. And I'm not saying it'll automatically cure your boredom of gaming, but, having variety really helps. And just playing the same type of game over and over again in terms of genre or anything, it gets tiring fast. And take it from me, I've played so many platformers growing up, and don't get me wrong, I still love them to death. But I significantly spread just pure platformer games just apart now when I play them, at least by a good, decent chunk of change of time, just because I, need my space and variety. Anyway, I am getting super off track. Thank you so much for listening. There's like links in the description or something. I think you can probably rate the show somewhere. I don't know. I don't really care. Just enjoy your life. That's all it's all about, you know? And happy existing. All right. See ya. Yeah.